Alrighty guys, what is going up? Welcome back to another episode. In today's video, I really want to talk about the top electric vehicle stocks to watch and buy this year. So I hope you guys enjoy it. If you get anything in value, hit that like button and subscribe. If you guys have any questions or concerns, go ahead and ask them down in the comments. And if you guys want to learn more about investing in the stock market, go ahead and check out my course. And you guys can use promo code dividends to get 50% off. So it's definitely worth it. I'll put a link to that down below. We talk about fundamental technical analysis. We have a whole thing on dividends, REITs, taxes, and a group chat. So I'll put a link to that down below. So make sure you guys check it out. Also guys, we have some merch. I'll put a link to that down below too. Anything from t-shirts, hoodies, and even fanny packs. It's really cool, so make sure you guys check it out. So now to jump into it, roll the intro. Let's go. Bam. So now over the past 2 years, we really have seen a huge growth in electric vehicles. And I obviously believe that this momentum is going to continue for 2021. So we're going to be looking at the top companies here to buy. All of these stocks definitely carry a little more risk than traditional ETFs or even some of them blue chip stocks. So make sure you guys understand that maybe before you invest heavily into some of these electric vehicle stocks, have a base of ETFs, blue chip stocks, or even bonds to act as your defense in your portfolio. But they always say high risk, high reward. So now let's jump into it. Alrighty guys, so the very first one here, I think everybody can guess it. It is the one and only Tesla. The reason why a lot of people love Tesla is because they are pretty much the front runner in the electric vehicle space. They have a beautiful upward trend. The stock is absolutely killing it. You guys can see it does have some overall resistance here at around the $900 mark. So that's where it has a tendency to sell off. So you guys can see it's hit it, sold off, hits it, sold off, hits it again, sold off. And now it has a tendency to use this 200 moving average line as some overall support. But I think a fantastic strategy for most of these stocks that we're going to be talking about is dollar cost averaging. The reason why I say that is because you can invest with little downside but huge upside potential. So really what it is you pretty much figure out however much you want to invest. So if let's say you want to invest $1,000 in Tesla, instead of putting up $1,000 all up front, you could invest $100 per week over the next 10 weeks. So you still invest that $1,000, but you're spreading it out into, that weekly increment. So you get a good average price for your share. Because if that's say you guys are investing just like in here, boom, 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 and then as the stock falls down, all you're doing is just averaging your position down. So when the stock recovers, you make a lot more money here. It's a beautiful way to invest with very little downside and how to invest in pretty volatile and growth stocks here. So Tesla is definitely one of the top ones here. It's inducted into the S&P 500, so it's pretty heavily traded, but definitely carries a ton of long-term potential here. Now the second one here is another one that I'm pretty heavily invested in. It's NIO. Now NIO is a Chinese car company that has huge upside potential. Their cars are phenomenal. And the thing about it is pretty much every other quarter, they're doubling their delivery. So the company's growing at a pretty rapid rate. Looking at the chart, it does have some, old resistance here that is acting as some new support at around 57. Resistance here at 66. I still think dollar cost average this one all day long. I got in when it was $1.50, and then I got in when it was $11 a share. So my investment is up quite a bit right now. But overall, NIO definitely does carry a lot of long-term potential in my personal opinion. Now another one here is Workhorse, WKHS here. Now Workhorse is one. Now the thing about Workhorse is pretty much like a startup company. The company is trying to partner with a variety of other companies to actually grow their business. Now the thing about this one here too is it definitely has a huge risk but a huge reward in my personal opinion. But looking at the chart, you guys can see it does have some overall resistance here that it could act as new support here at 31. Now some strong resistance here at around 42. So I do think you guys could dollar cost average this one, But for me to invest, I would like the stock to be below $30 per share. So obviously, it definitely has to sell off a little bit more, but overall, this one does carry a lot of long-term potential in my opinion too. So now, if let's say you guys want to invest in electric vehicle stocks, but it's hard to pick and choose, and you want something with diversification, you want something with long-term growth, I think a fantastic ETF, because that's what you would want, something that's diversified into other companies and a variety of other electric auto stocks here. I think that ETF for you guys would be KARS here. Now, looking at this, you guys can see it does carry a lot of beautiful upward trend above the 200 moving average line. And look at the holdings here. You guys can see we have NIO, we have NVIDIA, we have AMD, Google, Southern Corp. You guys can see there's a variety of other fantastic electric automobile companies here and autonomous driving companies here, because we have Google in there. They are working with autonomous driving. We have NVIDIA, we have AMD. All these car companies and technology companies are working with other companies to develop software for electric vehicles so they can have that autonomous driving. In my personal opinion, I think that's fantastic, and all of those stocks definitely carry a ton of upside. So I think it's a fantastic investment with very, very little downside, but huge upside potential. So that is it though. I hope you guys enjoyed the episode. And if you did, hit that like button and subscribe to the channel. If you guys have any questions or concerns, go ahead and ask them down in the comments. And we are going to be going live this week sometime, so make sure you guys stay tuned for that. I'll put a link to that in the group chat so you guys can stay updated. So we'll see you later. Take care. Bye.